So it's week 6, and this week I'm playing Electric and the Intelligent Leon. And I've got the esteemed Dr. James with me. What's up, James?
Not a doctor. But yeah, not much. Not much is up, and I'm not a doctor. But it's I'm making a run at most available guest coach, so that's one more video on somebody else's channel for me to show up on. So glad to be here.
Yeah, you're making your way around in the community.
Yep, it's been all daddy conference. None of those baby conference scrubs have even asked me to be in their videos. So
I mean, we are the better conference, so
I don't think there's any doubt about that. And our division is a pretty scary one. So
So
anyway,
yeah. So you want to talk about this matchup?
yeah. So I looked at it a bit here in the 5 minutes when you were setting up your getting all your audio set up and stuff. I think Araquanid looks pretty good for you here. As long as you can deal with an offensive Thunderous, which Electric hasn't run very often. I don't know if that's super likely. And then the Lycanroc. I mean, I didn't do any calcs obviously, but I assume it can be pretty scary into Araquanid if it can go first. But Araquanid seems good. Electric's Trick Room mode isn't that strong, which can be helpful. So maybe you got a Cofa coming, maybe Spritzy comes again, something like that. Talonflame being able to be faster than Ribombee is pretty nice in a format where not many Pokemon are faster than Ribombee, and you've also got great typing into it. Xurkitree to me kind of just seems okay here. Like, you're gonna be able to get some reliable damage. I mean, its 3 moves are all have reasonable targets, right? You can Thunderbolt some things, and you can Dazzling Gleam some things, and Energy Ball some things. I don't know. I mean, Fake Out's always nice, but like Ribombee ignores it. Lycanroc doesn't really care that much. Thunderous could be nice to Fake Out, but I don't know. Maybe you do something funky with Kang. I don't know, but yeah, the scary stuff on Electric side for you. I mentioned Lycanroc, Thunderous could both be pretty scary. Sharpedo could be kind of nasty if it gets out of hand. Xurkitree checks it pretty good, but like, it can still get pretty scary strong and get faster than everything pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Intimidate could be pretty good against you, so maybe Quillfish comes, but I doubt both water types come.
Yeah, so the first thing I noticed when looking at the matchup was he doesn't have Fake Out, right? So
yeah.
I think that's pretty big. It makes my lead easier. And the second thing I noticed is that, like, all these mons are 85 speed or above. So I can go Trick Room, and like half my team will be slower than like 70% of his team or whatever. And
like four Trick Room mons plus a Gale Wings Tailwind or something like that as a backup to get him faster or something like that makes a lot of sense. Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as I saw the matchup, I was like, yeah, I'll go Trick Room. His team, a lot of his team's pretty frail, and my Trick Room sweepers can get Okos on a lot of his team. Basically, that was my thought process.
Yeah, makes sense. Totally.
Yeah, so I'll show you the pace right now.
Yeah, let's see what you came up with.
So there's actually no Tailwind, just full Trick Room.
Full Trick Room, 0 speed on Zerk and stuff like that. It's pretty excellent. Tyrant, huh? Choice Band Tyrant. Presumably there's some calculations that make that appealing. But is unexpected to me.
I thought Tyron had a good matchup because
Well,
they go back
I
here.
mean,
Like
sure.
Rock hits a lot, and then Dragon takes care of his dragons. Like I didn't want to bring Haxorus in while I was bringing Trick Room, right? So Tyrant was like my dragon this week.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just didn't give it a second thought because it's a Tyrant, but sure. Sturdy, Choice Band, get the Trick Room up, and Rock Slide or Dragon Claw, depending on what you're staring at.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's not terrible either. It's like 89 attack, so not completely.
Yeah. Yeah. With the band and some judicious targeting into super effective defenders as much as possible, could maybe come to a game and be scary. Is this the first time you've brought Pangoro all season?
No, I brought it against Casey.
Oh, you did bring it one other time.
Yeah, it was my main like Guzzlord answer.
Oh yeah, that does make sense as show up against Guzzlord, and then Scrappy nice into Mimikyu as well. That's my match this week. So we're still in the process of my own preparations. But so we got a special Araquanid this week, and then Cofagrigus as your Trick Room setter. Seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, so my main sweeper was gonna be like Pangoro. It's got good matchup into his team. He's got a lot of fighting weak mons and not a whole lot of like his team's very frail, and close combat is a very strong move. So even he can switch in some things, but it's still gonna take good damage.
Or even some of the neutral hits are particularly scary, and some of the resisted ones may even still be like 2 hits and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I got Xerkatry and Araquanid as like secondary sweepers, special sweepers. So stuff like what's it called? Blowfish is like has good physical defense, but its special defense is kind of trash, and it's also got Intimidate. So I figured I'd need some good like at least one special sweeper,
something to handle the special side. Sure,
which is why Xerkatry's here, and Araquanid's just here because it's good. It's good. Yeah, Araquanid's always good. Yeah, Tyrant's just here because it's slow. Yeah, it underspeeds his team. It has good coverage, and I can run banded because it gets sturdy. So I was like, if he doesn't bring Aggron for some reason, then I can bring Tyrant and just click Rock Slide into his team or Dragon Claw.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then the Cofa was I didn't bring Spritzy because I wanted I didn't want a passive Trick Room setter, especially because he could just bring Aggron. So I wanted a Cofa, and I had Mental Herb the whole time until I changed it to Colbur Berry. Like
Colbur's the dark berry,
yeah, the
right?
dark.
I never remember which berry is
just
which.
for Sharpedo, because Spec's Dark Pulses had a chance to Oko. So
wow, really?
Yeah, Sharpedo is like crazy strong.
Yeah, I agree. I underused it in my BDSP season, I think, for sure.
Yeah, it's the glass cannon before it's the original glass cannon before Pheromosa came along.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, do you have anything else to say before we go to the replays?
No, I think let's see this game 1. Let's see what Electric brought, and
right.
get it fired up. All right, so both water types, like Lycanroc, Thundurus, Ribombee, and Aggron. So no dragons, no Latias, no Flygon. What else is not there? No Magmar, sure. Surfetched could have been interesting into the version of the team that you actually brought.
Yeah, like
so that's nice to not see.
An anti-Trick Room Surfetch could have given me trouble.
Yeah, with lots of super effectives and crit night slashes and stuff like that could be probably pretty nasty. Would make the iron defenses just kind of silly.
Yep.
So nice to not see that. No Pumpkaboo, so no reversing of Trick Room. So Prankster Taunt from the Thunderous, or just fast taunt from Sharpedo or something like that could be something to worry about if you're trying to set up the Trick Room early, or just play around it, find your opportunities. But yeah, I mean, Trick Room looks great here, right?
Yeah,
they brought Fast Mode plus Aggron, and you brought Electric can go as fast as they want, and you'll just underspeed them. So.
Yeah, there's the only thing stopping Trick Room is like Taunt, and a couple of these mons get Roar, but if he reveals Taunt in game 1, then I like even turn 2 I can still like go for Body Press on like Sharpedo, which has Taunt, or Lycanroc, which has Taunt, and threaten KOs, and he can't really KO Cofa because of the Colbur Berry, so I wasn't too worried about like a turn 1 Taunt.
So you just then leading like Cofagrigus plus Kang or plus Pangoro or something like that. Just
yeah, I was just going with
the
hard Trick Room setup. Kang and Cofagrigus.
Kang, Cofagrigus, Pangoro, and
Circuitry.
Maybe Circuitry is your 4th. Yeah.
There's no electric resist on the team.
Yeah.
So Circuitry was like obvious answer.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, I'll start the replay.
See how it starts. So we got the Kang in a coffin, and Sharpedo.
Yes.
Duskrock.
This has Roar, and I was more worried about Roar than Taunt.
Than Taunt. Sure, because like if you do get taunted, then
I can still attack next turn. And
yeah, you attack it next turn. Looks like the Sharpedo didn't protect, so there might be a taunt coming.
Yep.
But yeah, Colbur Berry coming in useful already. Although it looks like you would have probably lived it without it, but wouldn't have lived the double up or something like that. So
yeah, and it's Life Orb, which is important to know. That means it's not Focus Sash.
Yeah, it's not Sash, and also it's not Speed Boost anymore. But
yeah, I mean that's not very relevant, but
sure, yeah. I mean you're underspeeding it anyway, and yeah, I mean you can just kind of do a little bit of cleaning up here with a Kang on turn 2. One of them's probably going to protect, right? Like Electric doesn't really want Trick Room to be up, so protects and switches seem likely.
Yeah, I figured he doesn't want to lose.
Something probably dies this turn, right?
Yeah, I figured he doesn't want to lose Sharpedo, and Sharpedo definitely has Protect. Like, it's a Sharpedo.
Sure.
No way it doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
The unfortunate thing about turn 1 is that I got a minus defense drop. Which means Body Press is doing less damage. So, I had to switch out because Body Press wasn't doing as much damage as I needed. And he also double switched.
Sure. Grab a little bit of health back instead of taking a KO, but
yeah.
It is what it is. So one turn of Trick Room, pretty well burned by Electric, definitely. And I don't know that the position is much better on this second turn, because like Aggron Wide Guard isn't going to be doing much against these two. Quiver Dance is, I guess, just going to die. Did Pangoro have Rock Slide, or
no? I had
what was the
Close Combat Lariat.
Combat
and Bullet
Lariat.
Punch.
Oh, Bullet Punch. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So at this point, I was worried about body press from Aggron, right? Just taking out King.
sure.
I like Aggron could be slower than Pangoro, like,
And it could be sturdy.
yeah, and could be sturdy. So this is what I did next turn. It didn't like work out, but you'll see. So
Down to sturdy, sure.
yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but the Pangoro was slower than Aggron. Like Aggron went after Pangoro.
Oh, so this is like a fast Aggron.
Yeah, it's not like slow or min speed, but
Yeah.
my plan was sort of like I switch in the
Expecting
Cof.
a body press.
Yeah, expecting some
Yeah.
attack. Either like I tank the body press or I get rid of sturdy, which is like another thing. But ended up going like after Pangoro, so it still got the sturdy proc.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings me down to Sash.
And yeah, another protect stall.
Yeah.
And then gonna get two hits in on the shark. Yeah, and dead Sharpedo. You got on your last turn of Trick Room here. Yeah, I mean, neither one of these two Pokemon really wants to come back in on this last turn. I'm expecting go for a double protect on the Aggron and protect with the Lycanroc, or switch out the Aggron probably. But I mean, I think either way the Wolf is protecting, and it's probably pretty safe to like Iron Defense and target the Aggron slot, I would think, right?
Yeah. So I hadn't revealed Bullet Punch at this point, and I figured he'd either protect or go for Excel Rock on like either one. It probably KOs Cofa at like 20%. So my plan was to actually Bullet Punch him, which goes before Excel Rock. So if he Excel Rocks Pangoro, he can't take it out before I take out Aggron, basically.
Makes sense too.
And
I would think I was thinking Accelerock not particularly likely, just because like that's still a 1-for-1 trade. Electric's already down 1 Mon, but yeah, I mean that does make sense as well.
Yeah,
I mean, as a cover your bases kind of play, sure.
Yeah, I didn't have anything better to go for, so
Yeah, totally.
I was just playing in case he goes aggressively. And it also covers for the Ribombee switch, because if he switches this out, Ribombee's getting bullet punched.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And
No longer Scrappy, but that's not relevant.
yeah, he did go for Accelerock.
Yep, it is exactly what you expected. 2 KOs. Yikes.
Yep.
And then Ribombee comes
And
in.
now, yeah, it's Ribombee in a 1v3.
Yeah, versus the world. You can just double into it.
Yeah.
Revealing Quick Claw.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was unfortunate for him that it revealed on the last turn when he didn't need it at all.
Quick Claw on the Ribombee is interesting. Yeah, he saw nothing. Quick Claw on the Ribombee, interesting. Presumably, I mean, that means, you know, the sash is somewhere else, obviously.
Yep.
Normally I would have expected maybe a resist berry or something as a sort of, you know, pseudo second sash. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have like a great item that you super want, Quick Claw makes sense as a possibility. And I think Quick Claw is useful in Trick Room, right? Like you can go earlier in the turn order in Trick Room if your Quick Claw activates.
Yep.
I don't know actually, but
Yeah,
I mean,
you would go first in Trick Room.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's 30% of the time Ribombee is the slowest mon on the field in Trick Room, so that's interesting.
Is it 30%?
I think it's 30%, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like 20.
Well, 20 and 30 aren't that far apart.
Yeah, I guess. But
It's not like it's 70% or something like that.
yeah, since this showed Quick Claw, I was like certain Lycanroc was Focus Sash because, you know.
Yeah, because we saw
what
Life
else
Orb
would
on the
have Focus Sash?
Sharpedo.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's possible Thundurus has the Sash, but it seems less like. I mean, there's lots of other stuff Thundurus might want to run.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know, Life Orb is one of those things, and that's somewhere else. But
yeah, I think Thundurus is normally bulky enough to not require Sash compared to like these three.
Yeah, totally. Right. Yeah, like they bring 3 very, very frail glass cannon-y type mons. Typically, you would expect one of the 3 of them to be the one with the Sash. So going into game 2, I don't necessarily think you need to do much in the way of adjusting, right? There didn't seem to be a lot of ways to stop Trick Room, at least with that lead, right? So just running it back and making Electric be the one to adjust makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, so like from game 1, he revealed Roar and Lycanroc because
Lycanroc went.
It got flinched like at the end of the turn, and Sharpedo didn't have taunt, so I figured I'll just go for the same thing. You know, if you reveal some surprise tech, then there's game 3. I can play around it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I brought the same 4.
Yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, I mean, you're basically a replay of game 1, right?
Yep. Except no defense drop this time.
Except no defense drop, yeah. So don't necessarily need to be switching out. All right, so Intimidate. The Quillfish comes in.
It's not Intimidate.
Good point. It is not Intimidate.
Yeah.
So Poison Point, and what's the third ability?
Swift Swim.
Swift Swim, gotcha.
Figured it was Swift Swim.
Yeah, so at that point you think probably Swift Swim and Thundurus has got Rain Dance, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so he's stalling out with some switches and protects.
Yeah, totally. Just the kind of thing somebody that doesn't want Trick Room to be up would do. But bring in Psychic, coming in
coverage,
pretty clutch. Yeah,
and Drain Punch.
Now you're in 4v2 with 2 turns of Trick Room. It's got the sturdy, but that lived that better than I thought it would. I thought that would take it down to sturdy, in all honesty. Go for a double protect. Yeah, that makes sense. But this one seems pretty over pretty quick. Once the psychic is revealed as well. So yeah, two quick ones. Trick Room, very annoying. I've never been particularly good at piloting it, but you know, when you get it up and then you just have 3 turns to take advantage of it, that can be the way to do it. So an impressive 2-0.
Thank you.
But, you gonna reveal some week 7 secret tech or something like that? Here at the end of the video for anybody that watches the whole thing.
Should I?
Yeah, why not? Who's your last week? Who do you play?
I play Singapore Sligoos.
All right. So what are you thinking? What's gonna happen here? Who are you bringing?
I might bring Tyrant again.
All right.
Yeah.
He likes
using Glalie, so maybe some Rock Slide from Tyrant will get rid of that thing.
There you go. Can it be faster with a Scarf? Probably not.
Probably.
It'll be faster under Trick or under Tailwind.
Yeah, under Tailwind.
There you go. So watch out for Rock Slide Tyrant plus Tailwind Talonflame Bleed next week.
Yep.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
6-0, 6-0, 12-0, right? Have you dropped a game all
Nope.
season? Dang. That's infuriating.
Why is that? You want me to lose that badly?
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I'm not saying, come for the king, best not miss and all that, but
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm open to someone beating me, but nobody has so far, so like better yeah, I don't know. I'll if you want to beat me, good luck in playoffs.
yeah. Well, maybe we'll I'll go 3-4 and then get in on a good record or a good tiebreakers or something like that, and then make a deep playoffs run. See you in the finals. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for having me. It's fun to do these. I like talking to the other coaches, and I'll talk about Pokemon all day. So
Yeah, it was nice having you. Nice hearing your thoughts and opinions.
well, I'm never shy about giving them. So awesome. I'll talk to you. See you in the server.
Yeah. See you next week.
Yep. Peace.